Hello and welcome back to Subsistence. Shall we start a new series? We're on normal difficulty. Hunters are enabled. Only revenge attacks. We're starting in March and 90 days per year. Let's see where we spawn in. Okay, so we've been dropped off by the plane. I think I know where I am, but we need to confirm. Gonna gather some wood. Gotta get fibres. We are by all rock. I think. We will check. But let's grab everything we can. Already see an animal. We have nothing to our name. So it's going to be pretty tricky to start again. But that's half the fun of this game. So am I correct? Is this all rock? I think it is. If there is a cave under there, then I know where we are. I'm going to walk and just pick up as much stuff as I can. I don't want to trigger any animals if possible. We need a lot of wood. But at least we won't run into any hunters this early. Here we are. Yeah, this is all rock. Okay, so this is not a bad location. It's somewhere I have not built in a long time, and it's a popular starting location for a lot of people. So we may as well get stuck in and get all of this going. So we are going to need bandage on there. We will need our light later. We have an apple. And we have an arrow, which is not bad. So first of all, I think I'm going to make a couple of sticks out of some of that wood. And I'm going to gather some more fibre. I saw a wolf around here somewhere, but hopefully we can get what we need. Get out of the area before he comes over. I'm trying to think where most of the crates can be found around here, and I think if I follow the fence line back to the water, which is over that way, that's probably our best chance. I'm going to get a grub so we can make a fishing pole eventually. Ordinarily I wouldn't bother chopping wood at this stage, but we do need a grub for fishing. And I see a small box over here. Let's grab these fibres. I'm going to try not to run everywhere, which is so tempting. But here's the fence line. I know exactly where we are. Okay, we're going to head back towards the water, I think. Oh, there's another box here. It's important we get as many of these as we can. That's nice. How's our food? Health is a bit low. I don't know why that would be. Alright, we need to make some cordage. Hi, Wolfie. And we need to make a campfire. I need more of that, and I need some medicinal. Okay, we'll grab these fibres up here. Yeah, stop running everywhere. It's been such a long time since I've started a new game. Okay, so we want one of those, 15 of those, okay. Takes a while to get those. There's some nice ore there I wouldn't mind getting, but we don't have a pickaxe yet. Gonna be a while till we get that, I think. There's a crate over there. Crates are more important right now. And there's some fibres over on the right. We've got to avoid that wolf. It's such a great game to start over in. Okay, that's good. We've got 19 nails. We can start doing something with that. I really want this wood. But you're here. We'll come back for that, I think. And there's a bear. Okay, and let's grab this fibre if we can. Hopefully the bear won't come over just yet. There's a lot of resources in this area, so we should be fine. Just a matter of picking your way between the animals and grabbing what you can. Leaving an area if it's a little too risky. Coming back when it's a bit quieter. It's always a good ploy. We have a rabbit. That's no good to us. We are going to need some food. I do need those medicinal plants. So we can make a bit of biofuel. We do have a match, that's true. Yeah, we do have a match, so maybe that's not the priority right now. There is some copper there on the rock. It's all about the fibre, I'm afraid, in the early game. And those logs off the ground are perfect for a fresh start. Can't do much without this fibre. I'm having to gather as much as I can. It's easier than the old days though, with the small plant that we used to have to try and spot. Once you got used to what you were looking for, it was a fun little mini game, but I do prefer this bigger plant that is so much easier to see. Alright, give me all of this fibre. So we've already made a bit of cordage. I want to make a bow if I can. And as soon as we can do that, then we can start killing chickens and everything gets a little easier from there. So we need one more cordage. I'll just do one for now. And what else is going to be useful to us? We're going to need 6 more sticks, so let's get those made. What else can we be collecting while we're waiting? Right, let's get the bow made. We've got 1 arrow, so if we can get a chicken. We have matches, yeah. If we can get a chicken, then we'll be good to go. Fire starter is not important. We need campfire. Bow. Yeah, campfire we want. That's quite important. Let's make some planks next. And we'll keep going for wood. And hopefully find a few more crates. We've not found too much stuff, but we do have some nails. Enough to make a platform, which is the really important thing to start with. Pretty much once you've got a platform and your campfire down, you're good. You've made a good start. You've got a foothold in the world. I just need some medicinal, if we can find some. And we can start making some biofuel as well. And that'll give us fire starters for the subsequent days, because we won't always have matches. Nice amount of nails there again. Get this tree as well for the grub. Right, fishing pole. It's got to be next, I think. Because if we aren't catching any chickens, we can catch some fish, and hopefully that'll be a good source of protein. So I need 3 more sticks. 1, 2, 3. And 6 cordage. So how are we doing? We've got 73. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Right, Let's not try and run, I must remember. So tempting. We've got to try and maintain this level of stamina. Try not to use all of our food reserves up before we get any food in our belly. So we've got a rabbit. That could be something of an early catch. There is an ammo crate here. Yeah, I'm running again. Okay, that's kind of useful to us, but not really. Food-wise, right, well, we can eat the apple. We have some grubs, but I'd rather make fishing lures with those if we can. So, we need that cordage, fine. Do we have anything up here? There's a vegetable, hopefully. Yeah, onion, we can eat that. Right, we'll go to the next grub tree and then we can have a look around from an elevated position. We just need some medicinal plants, I think, now. More crates would be lovely. Now what I'm wondering is where to build for this season. This is an incredibly popular place, this beach. The problem is, down here there are usually 2 bear spawns and wolves as well. Which is not great. Let me see if I can grab this before that wolf comes over. A couple of protein bars, that's awesome. Right, let's get the wood. We need all of this. Okay, I'm a little too close. Gonna run. Yeah, he didn't come over, but he was definitely interested. You see how we're really surrounded here? It's a great location, but it really is tricky. Early game with all these animals. The other option, of course, is to climb on this rock and build up here. Which does give you a lot of options and is quite protected from base damage from the hunters. So that is something else we could try. Anyway, I'm going to make the fishing pole. Did I make any planks? I did. Now, how many do we need for a platform? We need 4. Well, that's pretty straightforward. I'll make 2 platforms and we'll make a bit more, 1 more cordage. I was going to say a bit more cordage. Not as much as I would like. Before we place anything down, let's carry on looking for bags. We've got the protein bars now, so food is not an immediate worry. I'm going to grab these. It's fibre now that's the limiting factor. You have to be able to gather enough fibre to make things work early game for sure. Right, I'm seeing some medicinal, I'm seeing some more logs, and I am seeing some crates. So this is a good little spot. There is a deer hanging around. Let me get the wood. Actually, I am not seeing medicinal. I keep seeing these thinking they're medicinal plants, but they're not. Okay, well, let's go for these. Stop running. Yeah, this is the place to come for fibre for sure. There's a few good plants here, grouped together, quick to gather. Not too dangerous. There we go. Right, okay. Yeah, I've not built in this location for a very long time, and it might be nice to be on this side of the map for a change. Okay, let's go and grab that crate we saw. Hopefully, the wolf that was hanging around on the beach, well, he's near the tree. You see him in front of us? Hopefully he's not too close to that crate. We can get our hands on it. We cannot kill the wolf right now. Maybe I should have gone for that crate earlier. The bear is there. That crate may have even despawned looking at that. We can run around here for a little bit. There'll be some more. There's another grub tree here we need. Let's make our platform. We need one more cordage. Make 2. We're good for fruits and vegetables. I'm gonna have one of these protein bars and some water. Just keep our stamina manageable. There's more fibre back there. This game really needs apple trees, which obviously would only be available at certain times of year, but maybe other fruit trees as well would be kind of nice. More subsisting, you know, rather than things being dropped from crates, I think. Things you find and are rewarded by exploring your environment. That would be awesome. Okay, good amount there. Let's get this bit of wood. And we need to keep an eye on it for chickens as well. But we do have the fishing pole. I just need to make some lures, which is going to need more cordage, unfortunately. I see a bag over there. Let's make a little bit more cordage. That is unfortunately an ammo bag. Hey, we got another arrow though. That is huge. That is absolutely awesome. Always good to get those arrows. Now we can get some kelp from the water, from the pond here. If it's safe to do so, I think I'm going to stop in and get that. Because that'll keep us going. It is going to make us thirsty. We do need to fill up our water anyway. Let's see what we have. So this stuff is brilliant. You need to dive each day until you get yourself regular farm going. And you have tomatoes on the go, that sort of thing. You really need to come down to a water source each day and gather kelp. That will keep you going. And it's also needed for antidote recipe. Oh, we've got a level 2 over on the bank there. Okay. Now, was it really only 2? I have to get this. These are important as well. Okay. Right, let's get out. Get out of here safely. And we'll move back to the beach. See if that wolf has left the area. While we're doing that, see about getting this chicken. The bow in Subsistence is absolutely lovely. If you haven't used it, compared to some other games, like I've been playing a lot of Valheim, and the bow is a little less accurate. Subsistence bow is much more forgiving, I think. It's a pleasure to use. Yeah, I think we're going to set up on that rock overlooking the big lake. It might be a bit awkward for water, but we can always put a pump down there. And bring the pipe up to the rock. That is an option now. In a similar way to what we did in our last season, which was to get the water at the base of the waterfall and pipe that into our base and put a water tank in our base, which was awesome, worked out really well. So one chicken, probably want another chicken. I'm not going to bother with a rabbit right now. I'm going to go for the chickens because they give feathers and that gives us more arrows. And that just helps us out in the long term, I think. So we're doing okay. Food and water-wise, we've got a protein bar. I'll hang on to it for now. Maybe we'll go and put a fire down. I did want to have a look at the beach and just see if that wolf has moved. And there are normally crates down here. Such fun starting this game again. It's a completely different game from late game. So much more to consider. You've got to worry about your stamina and your health. And gathering things to make arrows. Something so basic as a starter bow arrow. It's kind of fun having to balance all these things. Okay, so that wolf is still hanging around. It probably will for some time. More of this. Oh, a little stutter there. Let's get the wood. Hi, rabbit. You're fine. I'm looking for you right now. I'm looking for a chicken. If you see one, send them my way. Right, we want to see if we can get anything off the beach here. Is the wolf in that bush? Where has the wolf gone? Ideally, we need a deer to be nearby and for the wolf to be distracted enough to follow the deer away from this area so we can get down on that beach. But looking very briefly, I don't see any crates down there. What would be an interesting... I see a chicken. And there's the rabbit. Okay, let's see if we can get this chicken to come this way. The wolf, wouldn't it be a lovely mechanic if you made a bit of noise in an area and the wolf came over to investigate so you could lure it away and circle around? That would be really cool. That would be really cool. It appears that the bear has left the area. So I'm going to get the fibre here. There's 2 rabbits. Ah, there's the bear, the other side of the rock. Okay. Well, I came the right way round then. Yeah, 2 rabbits down here, but no chicken. The chicken's disappeared. I want to go up on that rock, I think, and set up our platform and possibly cook up this chicken. And we can have a look at our resources and see what we want to make next. Probably some more planks, I would think. I haven't got an awful lot of wood. Make another 2. But I think it's about time we did some cooking. Is that a chicken there? No, that is a rabbit. Lots of rabbits, no chickens today. Right, well, because it's going to get dark soon, let's get up here and place our platform down. I don't think I've even made it yet. We've got enough for a box as well, which is important to keep all the stuff. You don't want to be carrying that around with you. Yeah, this is good. So I'll probably place the platform right there in front of us. Raise it up a little bit. I don't want it hanging over the edge particularly, but I do need to be able to get up onto here. And I think that looks good for the moment. Yeah, perfect. And we have our crates. And I think I'll put that over here. The campfire we'll put right on the corner. Why not? Not ideal on the deck, the wooden platform, but that's okay. And we have our fuel and our ignition, and we can butcher, ignite, and we'll cook up our chicken. I didn't fill the water up. Okay, well that's fine. We have a protein bar. Let's put some stuff away that we're not going to want to carry around with us. We can make lots of biofuel. And we'll pop that away. The ammo we can't really use right now. And we can definitely make some more arrows. I need more sticks. Going to be quite sparing. And make sure we don't burn this. And we're also going to want to make fishing lure, so we want some of this cordage. Right, okay, let's grab our chicken. So, first meal. We do have a protein bar as well. Got another arrow on the go. And we should be able to make one more now. There we go. We'll put those away for the moment because I'm going to need more cordage, which we can start getting done. I'm not worried about needing anything else right now. I just need to go and get some water and get that on the campfire before it gets dark. But we have a few of those now. And we probably need to get a bit of wood as well. So let's put these things away. Yeah, we can make one fishing tackle, which I will do. Let's go and get some water. Maybe some stuff will have respawned back in. I want to get down here really before it gets too dark and difficult to see. Now there is a wolf really close. I want this fibre. I need the fibre. Okay, let's get to the water here. Oh, he's not that close. We've got a rabbit we could kill there. And the bear's kind of close, but not too bad. Alright, fill that up. And we'll get back up to our campfire. There it is. And we'll get our light out. And we'll change that to a nice colour in a second. Let's get this water on to cook. Oh, more wood we're going to need. Yeah, definitely going to need more wood. To change the campfire light, have it in your inventory, click on it and you'll get this option. You can change to blue, it's normally the hunters. Green are normally rogues. And I think yellow might be cave hunters. But the best light is probably the yellow, but I'll put it on a pink one for now. There we go, got a nice pink light. And a beautiful sky. And we're all set for the next day. So thank you so much for joining me. We'll pick this one back up in the morning and we'll carry on and see how far we can get. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.